In this brief video demonstration, we'll further explore some of the enhancements to the user interface in FrameMaker 12. As you can see, looking closely at the tabs here, you'll notice that I've got two documents open. These are two unstructured FrameMaker files. And what I'd like to do is to actually open up a XML topic. I've got one right here. Now, I could do this with a file open command, but I want to do this with drag and drop. And if this were FrameMaker in the old days, I'd actually have to go up here to the window command, and I'd have to cascade or resize the document windows in order to expose some desktop to drag it onto. What's changed with this release of FrameMaker is that now I've got the ability to go ahead and take the document, as I'm doing right now, and make a simple change. What I'm going to do instead is to simply drag this onto the tab. And as I do that right here on the tab, you'll see that this will actually go ahead and open up the document for me. There it goes. And so you're now able to basically drag XML topics or FrameMaker files anywhere into this gray area where you normally have icons. So the next thing you'll see here is I've got two documents open, and of course I've also got an XML file, which I can go ahead and work with my structured user interface. I'm going to go back to the regular user interface. And I'm going to make a couple of slight changes, just very simple changes. Maybe put a period here. I'm going to do something to this one. I may go ahead and just change the zoom a little bit. And I'll make one other change to this. I'm going to go to another page, perhaps here, and I'm going to go ahead and just add another bulleted list. There we go. Now, what's happened is I have two documents, and I also have an XML topic, each of which has a slight change in them. And if you look down here at the bottom of the basically, if you look down below this paragraph down at the page number, you'll see the asterisk indicates this file has not been changed. Now, I want you to notice what happens when I close FrameMaker. If I decide to close FrameMaker, it's going to prompt me, what would I like to do with the files that are open? It's actually letting me know that I have three files that do not match the version on the disk. And I could deselect all of them and not save them, or I could say I'd like to save each of these files. If I do this, when FrameMaker closes, what's really useful and a huge time saver, especially if you have to work with a lot of files like I did when I was in the translation industry, the next time that you open up FrameMaker, you'll actually have the option to restore the last session. And let's see what happens when we do that. Notice down here, normally you've got your most recent files that you can scroll through, but here it says files and also the XML topic. And most interestingly, notice what it did. It actually took me to the page I was on previously. Here I'm on page 8, and you'll see that that's that bulleted list I added. Here's the reference card, which I changed the zoom on. And if we go here, here is the ditto topic, and I'm on the same page with a period. So these are two exciting ways that you can get in and out of files very quickly. You can drag files onto your areas up here where you've got your various icons, simply up here, or you can also go ahead and close down a session. One last thing I should point out is under View Pods, one of the pods that you have to choose from is called Currently Open Files. And when you have a lot of files open, let's say that you're not ready to turn FrameMaker off, you could actually decide which files you want to save and which files you want to not save. So I could actually select all three of these files, and I could close them without saving them, or I could save and close them. This is extremely useful because a lot of times in FrameMaker, you might have 6 or 7 files that you have open for comparison or for review purposes, and you really don't want to make any changes to them. So you could simply go into your currently open files and select the ones that you want to get rid of and say that you want to close those files without saving them. This concludes our brief demonstration. One more way that the user interface has been improved to allow you to become more powerful using FrameMaker 12.